Hello everyone, this is Professor Hitesh Matre, HOD, Computer Engineering Department of Pravin Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn about unit number 6, pointers, and the topic is basics of C pointers. So first we'll see the concept of pointer. A pointer is a variable whose value is the address of another variable, that is the direct address of the memory location. So pointer is used to store the address of another variable. Like any variable or constant, you must declare a pointer before using it to store any variable address. The general form of pointer variable is the declaration is type, that is a type of pointer, and the variable name preceded by star. So if you have star before your variable name, that indicates that it is a pointer. Here the type of a pointer is a base type and it must be a valid C data type, and the var name is the name of a pointer variable. The asterisk, that is a star used to declare a pointer, is the same asterisk used for multiplication. However, in this statement, the asterisk is being used to designate a variable as a pointer. How to use a pointer? There are few important operations which we will be doing with the help of pointers very frequently. That is, we define a pointer variable, assign the address of a variable to the pointer, and finally access the value of an address variable in the pointer variable. This is done by using the unary operator star that returns the value of a variable located at an address specified by its operand. Let's say an example, the header files, the main function, then integer var equal to 20. Now this is the actual declaration of my variable. Then integer star IP. Now this is nothing but a pointer to a variable. Then IP is equal to ampersand of var, means IP will store the address of my var variable. So when I want to display the values, so address of var ampersand var, address of address stored in the IP variable, I will just declare IP. Then the value of IP will be indicated by star IP. So if I'm using ampersand, then it will display the address. If I'm using a star, it will determine the value. So once I execute this program, this will be the output. The address of var variable, say this is the random address where the variable was stored. Then the address stored in the IP, see ampersand var was stored to the IP. So if I say directly IP, it will show the address of my var variable, and star IP means indicates the value. So that is nothing but the 20 which was stored in my variable. Then is the null pointers. Now it is always a good practice to assign a null value to a pointer variable in case you do not have the exact address to be assigned. This is done at the time of declaration, means if you do not have any address, specific address to assign, so what we should do while declaration, assign that pointer to the null. A pointer that is assigned null is called as a null pointer. The null pointer is a constant with a value 0 defined in several standard libraries. Now say consider this program, say integer, say star ptr. So this is a pointer equal to null. So I will be writing null null. So printf the value of pointer. So it will give me 0, that is the null value that is assigned to the pointer. So in case if you do not have the exact address, you can use this pointer as a null. Next is pointer arithmetic. Now we can perform arithmetic operations on the pointers like addition, subtraction, etc. However, as we know that the pointer contains the address, the result of an arithmetic operation performed on a pointer will be also a pointer if the operand is of integer other than integer type. In pointer, from pointer subtraction, the result will be an integer value. The following are the operations that are possible in a C language on a pointer, that is increment, decrement, addition, subtraction, and comparison. So incrementing a pointer. Now if we increment a pointer by 1, the pointer will start pointing to the immediate next location. This is somewhat different from the general arithmetic, since the value of the pointer will get increased by the size of the data type to which the pointer is pointing. So whenever you're using a pointer, for normal incrementing, it will increment by 1, but when we are considering the pointer, it is important to know what data type that pointer is holding. So based on that, there will be increment. We can traverse an array by using an increment operation on a pointer, which will keep pointing to the very next every element of an array, perform some operation on that and update itself in a loop. So we can use pointer for a array. Then the rule to increment the pointer is given as the new address, that is the next pointer will be calculated by the current address, that is the address that is hold in a current position in the pointer, plus I into the size of the database. So like if I'm considering the integer, say 2 bytes, if character 1 byte, and the I is the number of times I want to increment. So current address plus I multiply by size of data type. So whatever the result is, that will be by new address, where I is the number by which the pointer gets increased. So if for 32-bit, if the variable is of integer, it will increment by 2 byte. But if it is of a 64-bit system, then it will increment by 4 byte. Example, say integer number is equal to 50, then integer star p. Now this is pointer to the integer, so p equal to ampersand number. So I am assigning the address of number to the pointer p. So address of p will be displayed by p. Now what I am doing is here is incrementing, that is p is equal to p plus 1. So incrementing. So after incrementing, I will be getting a result like, see, the address of p is some random memory address, that is 3214864300. Since it is integer and I am using for the 32-bit system, so it will increase by 4. Here I am increasing my pointer by just 1, but going by that formula, the size of integer is 4. So here you can see the 4 is added. So I incremented by 4. So the address size will be incremented. So my next address will be 3214864304. So this is how the increment is done. Now decrement, the same thing, but only here is that I will be subtracting. I'll be subtracting. So again here, if we are using 32-bit system, then for integer it is 2 byte, and for 64-bit it is 4 byte. See an example, same example, only difference here is I am doing a p minus 1. So considering the same example, the same value, now here I can see it is decremented by 4, the number 4, because the size of 32-bit integer is 4 bytes. So here we can see the pointer has been decremented. Next is pointer addition. Now this is similar to your pointer arithmetic in incrementer. The only difference is that here it is incremented by any value other than 1. So again for here also same, for 32-bit it is 2 and for 64-bit it is 4. See the example, considering the same value, only difference is that I am adding the pointer, adding 3 to the pointer variable p. So adding 3 means the size of integer is 4. So 3 into 4, that is 12. So size will be, the address will be incremented by 12. So that's why from 300, it has gone to 312. Same applies for pointer subtraction. The only difference is that I am here subtracting. Again for 32-bit it is 2 and for 64-bit it is 4. Same example, now here I am doing p minus 3. So again 3 and integer value, so 3 into 4, that is 12. So whatever the initial value, that is 300 minus 12, so it gives me 288. So I am decrementing the pointer, that is I am subtracting the pointer by 3. So this is how addition and subtraction of pointer is done. These are the references that I have used to bring forward this content. If you have any doubt, you can approach me. Thank you.